Hi everyone, I'm bringing you my first ever tutorial today. Just hang on a couple of minutes and it's going to start. There's two things I want to say first. First of all, this is a collaboration video with the lovely Natasha or Tash. I'll link her channel below, but go check her out for sure. She is gorgeous, she's Australian, she's a makeup artist and she is really good at what she does. So she does some great videos and some great looks. So don't forget to go and check her out once you've watched this video, of course. What we've decided to do is recreate the looks, or do our version of the looks from the Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea video Problem. So I'm doing Iggy and she's doing Ariana. And the second thing I want to say before I get started is, I know I'm not a professional, I'm far from it, I'm a complete novice, so this is just my version of my attempt and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, keep watching. So this is my inspiration pick. It's from Iggy Azalea's Instagram page. So that's what I'm going to be working from. And it's quite a matte foundation look, so I'm going to start with quite an illuminating primer to make sure I don't look too cakey. And I'm using the No. 7 Skin Illuminator Radiance Boosting Beauty Fluid. And once I've given that a bit of time to dry, I'm going to go in with the foundation, and I'm using quite a full coverage foundation because, as you can see, I'm not having the best of skin days today, and it's in a fair shade because the look she's gone for in the video is very fair porcelain skinned. I think she's pretty fair anyway. So it's the Collection Lasting Perfection foundation and I've got it in the shade No. 1 Porcelain, and I'm going to be applying that with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I've spent quite a long time buffing that in and I'm moving on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm also using the Lasting Perfection concealer, and I've got it in the shade number 1 Fair. So I have quite a few blemishes to cover, so I will be covering my blemishes as well as my under eye circles. And for powder, I'm using a product that I've recently bought and I'm loving it so far. It is the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. It is a loose powder, so it's really messy. I don't know if it's any more messy than other loose powders. I haven't used a loose powder for a long time, but it gives a lovely, flawless finish, so it's perfect for this Iggy look. I'm going to use the powder puff it comes with just to pat it on, and then I'm going to blend it with a brush. So moving on to eyebrows, and you're going to have to not judge me for my eyebrows. I am trying my best to grow them out after having overplucked them years ago, so they're a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'll see what I can do with them. I'm going to use the Benefit Brows A Go Go palette, and I'm going to use that in combination with Maybelline Brow Drama. So Iggy's eyebrows are quite straight with more of a pointy arch. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to recreate with the mess of my eyebrows that I have, but we'll see how we go. Now I know my eyebrows look a bit grey right now, but hopefully they'll start to look a bit more in context when I put the rest of the makeup on. I'm going to prime my eyelids with MAC Painterly Paint Pot, just with my fingers, or using my fingers. And now for probably what is the trickiest part of the whole look, and that's the eyeshadow. I'm going to start with the black in the crease, and for the black I'm using Rimmel, their single eyeshadow in 214 Jet Black. And I'm going to use an angled brush, and this is the Eco Tools one. Now this is going to look really bad before it looks any good. I'm just going to draw a line just above the crease. It doesn't matter, I don't think, anyway, if it's untidy, because we're going to smudge it right out. Start about a third of the way in. And then we're going to blend, but you don't want to blend out too much because you do want the line there, but you want it to be a bit softer. So I'm using the smudging brush on the other side of my Eco Tools. So for the white eyeshadow, I'm using Rimmel's, another one of their single eyeshadows in 100 Glam Ice, but if you've got a pigment that would be even better because it would give even more of a dramatic look. I'm just going to have to build this one up a lot, so I'm going to put this one all over the lid. Now you want to bring the white underneath the black flecks as well, and to make that a bit easier I'm using the Rimmel Scandalise, what's it called? Eyeshadow Stick Crayon, and that's in 100 Witness White. It gives this a bit more of a pop, and you can also bring it out underneath that black area as well. So I'm going to go over the whole area. We want to go back over the black areas for a bit more definition. And to blend the two out, I'm just going to use a darker, well, a medium to dark brown, and I'm using one from the MUA Smoking Palette, and it's called Fantasy. And I'm going to get that on my blending brush and just blend it a little bit into and around the crease. I'm going to use a highlight to highlight underneath the brows, and I'm using Benefit's High Beam, but any sort of pinky toned highlighter would work, I expect. And liner next. Liner luckily is simple. Where you've done the cat flick with the eyeshadow, the liner is just a simple thin black line across the top of the lashes. So you could use any sort of liquid liner or felt tip one. I'm using the Bourjois Liner Future. And then you need lashings and lashings of black mascara, whichever you prefer to use. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Million Volume Excess Lash. So she doesn't seem to have any blush on, but it's all about the contouring, which is not my forte, but I am going to be using the Hoola bronzer just to do a bit of contouring around the cheeks. And I'll be using a Crown. It's actually a foundation brush, but it's domed, so I find it quite useful for contouring. So for highlight, I'm going to use the High Beam again from Benefit on the cheeks and around the chin and forehead. So I'm going to top up my concealer now. I'm going to use the same Lasting Perfection one that I used before. And this time, instead of using my fingers, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques setting brush to blend that out. And to get the lip colour that Iggy has in the video, I've actually mixed two shades together, or I will be mixing two shades together. They're both from Barry M. One of them is the shade 140, I think it's called Hot Pink, and the other one is the shade 100, and it's called Baby Pinks. So that's it, that's my attempt, that's my finished look. Not perfect, I know, I could do with some more practice, but it just goes to show, I think, that anyone can create a look if you just spend a bit of time and have a bit of patience. And even if it's not the exact look, it's your interpretation of it. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I might have to insert some shameless selfies so that you can get a better picture of it. I'm not quite sure how well the light in here is picking it up. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want a more professional recreation of a makeup look, then definitely go and check out Tash's channel because she's definitely very talented at what she does. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!